Hello everyone, this is Daniel, aka B-Bell Dan, and I am filming inside my new shop. This is going to be a real quick little video. This is going to be a project I'm going to do that shouldn't take a whole lot of time, so I thought it would be pretty good for me to do a quick little video, short, simple, just something to kind of throw out there, for those that want to watch something but don't have a whole lot of time, or you want to do a quick, easy project, kind of what I'm doing right now. So what I am doing is that I have my oldest son. He is actually in college now, believe it or not. I don't want to think about it too much, but he's in college right now, and so I want to kind of celebrate it because it is his birthday here, and so I'm going to make him a little gift. I'm going to make him a t-shirt. So I got the t-shirt right here. It's a black t-shirt, and I am going to make it fitting for a nickname that I've given him because he is in college. He's a poor old college boy. But the way that I'm going to make this shirt is a technique that I've seen online in a few places, and that involves bleach. So what I have here is, which is going to be the first step, is some freezer paper. The reason why we're using freezer paper is because one side it is this, it's very good paper that you can draw on, but the other side it has a thin film of wax, which is going to help out much later on. So let's go ahead and just get to it. I'm going to explain the process as I go along. The other things that you're going to need, some scissors, X-Acto knife, which I got mine right here. You're going to need, of course, some bleach, some water, maybe something to spray it in. Cutting mat is a good idea, but not necessary. And a iron. You're going to need an iron to adhere this paper to the shirt. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to cut out an area of this paper, not this piece here, that would be big enough to cover the front of the shirt. So there we go. And there, I'm done with you, at least for right now. So here we go. I'm going to take my shirt, lay it out, and it's okay if it gets a little bit dirty. I'm going to clean this up when I'm done. Lay it out like that. I want this to be in the middle, and I'm going to go ahead. Pencil. You're going to need a pencil, at least for the basics of this. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it up. So we're going to go from here to there. I think that'd be a pretty good t-shirt size. If it's going from, I'm taking a look at mine. Yeah, because this is going to wrap around the side. So yeah, this space to right there. That's all I'm going to work out in. So now I'm going to go ahead and draw out the design that I'm going to eventually cut out to put on the shirt. And rather than having y'all watch me do that, I'm going to do that off screen, and I'll cut back in when I'm done. Okay, so this is the design that I am going to go with. As you can see, it's a leech sucking in money. What college students tend to do to their parents. So I'm going to go ahead and now start using my X-Acto knife to slowly start cutting this out. What I'm going to try to do is try to leave as much of the leech black, so these areas here are going to be cut out. But I'm not going to cut it completely out. I'm just going to cut out a little bit, but leave little marks where I can peel this off later, because if I try cutting this all completely out, it's going to be very difficult to try to get it onto the paper or onto the shirt and ironed on, because little areas, small little details like the dollar bills, those are going to be cut out in black. That's going to be, like that little individual. Yeah, well, you'll see what I mean. It's like that little piece right there I want to keep in. If I cut out all of this already, that piece is going to just be flying around. So I I'm going to do most of the cutting here, but leave everything onto the paper, transfer it onto the shirt, and then do the final cutting very carefully, so not to cut through the shirt, to remove all the pieces, and then we're going to go ahead and start transferring this design onto the sheet. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'm going to demonstrate what I'm talking right here with this L. Is I'm going to, for the most part, cut through it. But like right there, I'm going to stop, pick up my knife, bring it over here, and then continue the cut. So like right here, because this is a flap, or it's going to become a flap and it can move around, I'm going to once again lift off my knife and continue the cut like so. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge, to that point. I'm just going to pick up my knife, cut again. So now go all the way to that edge, pick up my knife, cut again, like that. And here, pick up my knife, stop right there, and there. So it's cut out, but it's still held in, so I'd be able to transfer it a lot easier. So I'm going to do that with this whole thing, and then I'll come back in and we'll go ahead and iron this onto the shirt and we'll see what we got. Okay, I think I now have it cut out properly to where I can adhere to the shirt and then safely remove all the edges to get the design that I want. You can kind of look on this side and see where I cut and where I didn't cut. So I'm going to go ahead and start to heat up my iron here and lay out the t-shirt on my dirty, messy table. Let me remove that sticker. We're not going to need that. So now, so the plastic, this wax part is down, so I'm going to take this and start going over it. Try to do it without, like that. And what that's doing is it's kind of melting the wax just enough to where it adheres to the shirt. You know what? I think I forgot a dollar bill right there. Oh well, I'll go ahead and try cutting that all out later. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side because I may need it. And let's go ahead and start removing some of this, like this right here. I'm just going to go through just like that. There we go. And kind of hit around the edges just to make sure. And we just do that all the way around, as we can see. Oops. Go ahead and do this to the E. Let's see this. Just like that. All right, let me go ahead and do that to the rest of this shirt, the rest of the design. I'll come back in when I'm done. And voila, here it is. The template is on. I went over it a few times with the iron just to make sure that everything is going to stick down. And I might do that again. I went ahead because once I go ahead and start etching the design into the shirt, I don't want it to go to the other side. So I have right here the cutting mat underneath it, and that's going to act as kind of a shield to protect the back side of the shirt from everything that's going to be going on in the front. But I also want to protect everything else around it. So remember when I said I don't need this anymore? Well, I'm sorry. I am going to need it again. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and cut out some strips of it, and I'm going to place that around the shirt like so, and use some tape to tape it down, and that is going to catch the overspray so I don't get any more of this shirt. All right, and so now it's all covered. Now I'm ready to go. I am going to use this little spray bottle, which is filled with a mixture of bleach and water. I think I have a 1-to-1 ratio. And what that does, if you don't know what bleach does, is we have right here a rag. We have right here a rag, and if I spray it with some of this, you'll see it start to change colors. See there? So that's what we're wanting to do. So I'm going to take this and spray it down and get it to where it'll change the color. So it'll go from black to this color. And if I hit it again with more, it'll get a little bit brighter. And there's other ways to make it bright. So let's go ahead. No turning back now. And let's spray it. Okay, so I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. So, I mean, if I probably try stronger bleach mix, I'll probably get a lot more wider than that. But I think this is good enough. I mean, it's not going to be exactly white. I could try to get, the teeth wider and everything. But between the black and this color, there's going to be, I mean, it's going to be a real bright contrast, as you can see right there. And that's what we're wanting to go for, is definitely a darker contrast between this and the shirt. So let's go ahead and start removing everything and see what the finished product looks. And there it is, the shirt. It is finished. Didn't turn out too bad. I mean, there is a little bit of area where I guess some of the spray did get underneath the paper. It soaked into there, especially right around in here. I don't know exactly what happened right there, but I mean, you can look at that, and that definitely looks like a leech sucking up all that money. So there's a lot of things I could have done better on this. I know. First off, I know that if I, instead of trying to cut this by hand, if I had like a laser cutter or one of those little vinyl cutters, that would have got me a much better result with cutting and finer lines and everything like that. But I don't have one of those right now. So, but you can do this by hand, which is the point of me showing you this video, is that this is something you could do real quick. I mean, I think this was about a 2-hour project for me from start to finish. So not too bad. Taped it down a little bit better, secured it a little bit better. I think that probably would have helped out, especially with, some of this overspray, but I can go in and I could fix that if I want and put like some decorative designs on it to kind of hide some of that, such as a little spray like along here, along the border to kind of make it look like it's splotchy or what have you. I mean, I could do that, and that could make it look a little bit, hide some of these mistakes somewhat. In fact, you know what, I might actually do that. Let me try that real quick. All right, so there we go. So yeah, it looks a little bit better, kind of hiding it. I think I could probably do a little bit better if you spend more time, but that's the thing. The more time you spend on something like this, the better result. I probably should have spent a little bit more time on this because this is going to be a bit of a gift, but I'm still kind of new at this, so I'm learning things. I can always probably go back and try doing this again, and I may to try to get a better result. But other than that, I think you'll probably like it, or at least the idea, the joke behind it. I think that my son will like it. Now, how often he's going to wear this thing, that I don't know. But there it is. So with that being said, so hopefully this was just a quick little nice video for y'all to watch, a quick little thing that y'all could do. Once again, it took maybe 2 hours of my time to do this. So for y'all, this would be a good little weekend project for y'all to probably do. And it doesn't take a whole lot of stuff to really do. It's not that all expensive. So hopefully you like this quick little video. More videos will be coming soon, so just keep an eye out for that. Like I said, I got 2 big projects that I'm going on right now while I was working on this. I was actually working on this to take a break from those other projects. So be looking out for those if they have not come out already. But until then, I just want to say that I am Daniel, aka BBL Dan. This is creating your custom t-shirt design. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.